everyone is doing well today. I'm going to tell you what, I'm loving this home dialysis stuff. I just got done shooting another video. I'll be uploading that tonight and it'll be posted tomorrow. I had my shower. Now I'm here plugged in. 2.5 hours on this. Get like in the video and do my own cannulations. And everything is working well. Got to use the hanging bag because the Pure Flow has been giving us a lot of problems. The packs have been failing. One was exhausted and they were new packs. So went through 2 packs already. Those things I think you change out. Oh, I can't remember. Oh God, can't remember. I don't know if it's annually or every 3 months. I can't remember. But I have my notes. But yeah, they just failed right away. 2 in a row up in there. A lot of problems. A lot of water all over my floor. Fluid in the bin. All kinds of stuff. But anyway, I wanted to let you all know, man, in the comforts of my own home, watching the tube up there, movies up there, lounging in my chair. I can go all the way back and want to take a nap. Hubster usually lays down on the bed right on me. Right there. See, my feet are up. It's my iPad is telling me, giving me my numbers. See? Everything is copacetic. Right now, Hubster in the kitchen cleaning up. Putting the dishes in the dishwasher and stuff like that. Cleaning up the counters and the stove for me. Tomorrow, I'm going to schedule for surgery. Yep. They're getting ready to mess with her, the venous, the top needle, the top part of my fistula. The surgeon is going to go in and see what he can do to fix her so that I can dialyze without her blowing. So I have to be at the hospital by 7:30 in the morning. And, which means we have to leave out of here about 6:30. Well, probably 6:15 to get there on time. 15 because I got to register and all that. I hope there's not that much traffic, and I'm hoping there's not that many people at 7:30 in the morning. Or, yeah, 7:30 in the morning registering. But anyway, so I do that. I'm going to go to Norton's, and then hopefully this will be the last surgery. I don't want to see another surgeon again for a very long time. I'm praying hard on that. I'm praying the Father to bless me with that, unless He feels it's necessary. Then I gotta go with it. But let me tell you what happened to me over the weekend. So Sunday morning, because it was after midnight, I was having really bad palpitations and chest pain, and it was coming up all the way to like my throat, neck of my throat, like a strangulation, like somebody was trying to choke me, but there was pressure and it was painful and my neck was hurting. The headache was out of this world. I had experienced numbness 2 days before, my whole right arm and left arm both. So I'm like, what is going on here? So I had taken, I'm not supposed to, but I had taken 1 Tylenol. I am on an aspirin regimen, the 81 milligrams, baby aspirin. I am on a daily regimen for that. But, so I did take 1 Tylenol. It helped subside the headache. So anyway, so I was like, it was really, really bad. It had started Tuesday before, very mild. And I had gotten a bad head cold Hubster brought home. And so I thought it was just that, but I don't know. It was just weird. So I wake Hubster up. I said, there's something wrong. And then I end up running to the bathroom and throwing up. And all I had was pear juice. So that's what I threw up. It made me feel a little better. But then there was like a burning, like indigestion, real bad. I'm like, maybe I just have indigestion, But, you don't ever want to take a chance like that, and it could be a stroke or something. So I said, well, I better go ahead and lean towards the, precaution and safety side and go to the hospital and see. So we tried calling to see if, like, ask a nurse or something. They were no help. They were so rude. I'm like, oh my God, things have changed drastically, and customer service, so, seriously. But anyway, I didn't let that deter me because, hey, you're not going to stand in the way between me and getting better. I don't play that. So I said, we're going to go right over there. So we decided to go to Jewish because Jewish is where I kind of transfer to have my transplant at. And that's why I had my heart surgery with Dr. Gansel, and he's an awesome. He's like top rated, one of the best, top heart surgeons. But anyway, and it was a success, so thank God for that. He moves the mountains for you when you pray. So we decided to go, and we get there, very attentive. The team's coming in, they do an EKG right away, they get an IV in me right away, they ask questions, they do the triage and everything, the nurse is in, the doctor comes right in after that. I mean, quick, the urine specimen, and because I'm still able to urinate, and they're doing the best to keep that, and me too, we're doing our best to keep that going. Because that's a good sign. That means kidney's still functioning, not as well, but it's still functioning if I'm able to still make urine. Anyway, and so then the shift, I'm there for a few hours and they're doing all this. They come in with x-ray machine, they do the x-ray at the bed, and I mean just very attentive, boom, boom, boom. I think I got there around 3:30 or so. So then the shift change is coming. So that means that about 6 o'clock or so, the nurses go away, they go to their station, and they start charting their notes for the next shift. I know, because I used to do that. So I expected that, and I said, I'm just going to rest, while they do their shift change. Well, it didn't go that well, because then, out of nowhere, and I hadn't had this in a long time, I get restless leg syndrome attack. Okay, so I said, okay, I'm just going to stand up and walk around, around the bed, because I got the blood pressure, I've got all kinds of lines from when they did the EKG, and then they came and did a second EKG. I mean, they were on it. They did 2 EKGs, and I got the IV and all that stuff, so I'll just walk around the bed, holding the lines. That way I can exercise the legs, and that's about the only thing that helps with restless leg syndrome, is you have to walk. The bad part is when you're really sleepy, like it's bedtime, and you're like, really exhausted, and it won't let you go to sleep, and you gotta walk because it's the only time you can get. That's the only way you get a relief, without a sedative or narcotic. And I've tried Benadryl. I'll tell you what, that I got up sleepwalking and ran right, smack dead into the grandfather clock. That woke me up, and I was hurting. From my forehead, my nose, my chin, my shin, my knees rather. I went boom, right into it. That thing rattled. But anyway, so I got that restless leg syndrome attack. Now I had sent help to home because they told me already that because of my condition, they were going to admit me. So I sent him home so he could be with Boots, my service dog. And get some rest, because he had to go to work the next. No, he didn't. The next day was Sunday. But to get some rest. Anyway, so I sent him home. So I get the restless leg syndrome attack. And so then, I'm in the room by myself, and I'm walking back and forth, and the new nurse, comes in and says, no, the intermediate nurse, because the guy Jacob went home, and she came to tell me he left, but she was going to watch over me until the next shift nurse came in. She hadn't gotten there yet. I said, that's fine. She said, are you okay? Because I'm over here walking around. I'm swinging on. I'm holding onto the bed rail, and I'm moving my knees, and then I shake, just moving. You got to keep moving with restless leg syndrome. And she says, are you okay? I says, yeah, I'm just having a case of restless leg syndrome. I says, a side effect from dialysis and stuff. And they were surprised to learn that I was doing home hemo and that I was doing 6 days a week. They said they didn't even know about that. They said they're not even allowed to touch the lines there from when the dialysis unit comes up with their machine. They're not allowed. They're not even, so they're surprised that patients are taking care of themselves and they can't even touch a line. But anyway, that's a different story. So I told her, I said, listen, I said, you know what really helps me? If I can have a hot cup of coffee, because they said I could have something to eat and stuff, a drink, and I told them I didn't need nothing at the time, haven't had just thrown up before I got there and stuff. I told them, but then this is like about 7 o'clock already almost, so I'm like, well, shoot, I've been here around 3 hours already. I says, yeah, I could use a hot cup of coffee, that'll help or tea, that the warmth will help me relax, And so she said, well, it's 6:55, cafeteria opens at 7. They should be around with a tray for you around 7:15. I said, that's all. She says, because you'll get breakfast too. I said, oh, that's awesome. I usually don't eat breakfast. Every once in a blue moon, usually I just have a coffee. But that was fine. So I'm still standing there walking. She says, as soon as your next new nurse gets here, she'll come and check on you. I said, okay. Well, guess what happens? 7:15 comes and goes and nobody comes up. So then, here comes 7:30. Nobody. So then here comes the nurse finally. But by then, guess what happened? I start getting an anxiety attack. And that, together with the, thank you, babe. Together with, I felt the pulling. No, it's better. Okay, together with the restless leg syndrome, oh man, that threw me. And then it was bad. Then it was really, really bad. Oh gosh. So she come in and she said, what's wrong? Because even the heart thing monitor started beeping real loud, and it was a red alarm. And so she come running in. She says, are you okay? Are you okay? Are you in any pain? And I'm like, no, I'm just having an anxiety attack and a restless leg syndrome attack at the same time. I don't know why that machine was going off. I wasn't in pain as far as my heart or anything, but maybe I couldn't tell, because there's a tightness. When you're having an anxiety attack, a tightness, you're like, your bones hurt after it's gone. You feel drained, you feel muscle ache, you feel bone ache, because you're that tense. But anyway, it was bad. So I said, I need my dog. They said, why didn't you bring your dog? I said, I didn't know I could bring my dog in here. Plus, she's not a people person. I've told you guys about that. She's a service dog, and she takes good care of me and stuff like that. And she leans. She does some things. She leans on me and stuff when she knows I don't feel good. She puts her body weight. That's fine. She puts her body weight on me. She does what she needs to do. Or she'll alert me if my sugar's going to drop or anything like that. She'll come and lean on me. She just does her thing. But anyway, so she's okay with that. Get some hand sanitizer. So I said, I need some coffee. Please get me some coffee. We're getting ready to get a bed. We got a bed for you. I've been working on that, which is why it took me a while to come in. She said, but we're getting ready to send you up right now. And she said, when you get up there, we'll have a tray for you, and you'll have your coffee and everything. All right. Don't tell me something if it's not true, because then you're going to piss me off even more. I'd rather deal with the truth, because we could work together on that. You know what I mean? Hold on just a second. So, my monitor. So anyway, so they get the orderly to come, and she takes me upstairs to my room, and I get there, and there's no tray or anything, so they said, oh, just call, here's the menu, just call downstairs to the cafeteria, they'll bring you up a tray. So I was like, oh, cool, and I'm still having the attack, and I'm still like tense and rocking and walking. I kept kicking in the chair all the way up, because you can't stay still. You know, I've got two things going on. I got restless leg syndrome and I got anxiety. So I go on the phone, I'm gritting my teeth and everything, I'm talking to the lady, and she said, they have you as NPO. That means nothing past orally. Why? They're not going to do anything that requires me not to eat anything. They said I can eat. Already, they promised twice that I would have a tray, and I have nothing. She said they probably haven't transferred you over yet from one department to another, and it's always an NPO when that happens. I said, I'll call you back. So I call the front desk. The nurse comes over. No, he says, I said, what are my eating restrictions? First thing I asked. And he said, oh, I'm sorry. He says, let me go ahead and transfer you out and in. That way you can order your tray. I said, thank you. He said, give me 5 minutes. So I waited 5 minutes. And the man comes to the door of my room. He knocks. And I turn around and he said, I tried to transfer you over, but it wouldn't let me, so we called the doctor, and he hasn't called back yet. We can't take you off the NPO until. I said, that's it. I said, I'm going home. I need to go home. I need to go to my service dog. I need to go home to where I know how to calm myself down, because you guys have done nothing for me. Nothing. I asked for, and the nurse had said that she was going to try to get the doctor to prescribe me something so that can help calm me down. Guess what they wanted to give me? Benadryl. I said, no, I can't take that. Not with restless leg syndrome. It'd probably work for anxiety, but not with restless leg syndrome. No, it just doesn't work. She said, well, you don't have it listed as an allergy. I'm not allergic to it, honey. I just can't take it while I have restless leg syndrome. There's a difference. It doesn't work. It amplifies it. So she says, and every time I would ask, she would say, I would get the response, we're waiting on the doctor to call back. We're waiting on the... I'm like, what the hell is the doctor? Don't you have one on call? Isn't there one in the hospital that can make that decision like ASAP? I mean, that's ridiculous. How is there not a doctor on call to make these decisions? I was like, that was it for me. When he told me that, I said, I'm out of here. I said, go get the nurse, tell her to come and take this IV off my arm. I'm leaving. And they tried their best to get me to stay, and I said, no. I said, let me tell you something. I'm a diabetic. I'm getting 2 attacks at the same time. I'm very combative as it is. I haven't eaten anything. I'm thrown out. I don't feel good. I got this going on. I'm very combative at this point, especially y'all just do as I say and let me get out of here. So she came in, she said, well, you'll have to sign a form. Just give me the form. I don't care. Yeah, I'm going AWOL, whatever you want to call it. What is it? Something against hospital approval. Anyway. So I signed the form. She took the IV out. She said, I wish you would stay and just give us the other. I said, no, honey. I've been here now 5 hours, and you guys have done. The first team did everything 1, 2, 3 ASAP on the money. But I have had nothing, and especially with these attacks going on, no relief whatsoever. None. And you all can't even find a doctor to get back with you. It happened downstairs. It's happening up here. I don't want to stay here. I want to go home. Well, I know how to treat myself for this. I may not know how to treat myself for what's going on with me, which is the reason why I got here. I came here, but I do know how to treat these two. I'm going home. I need my service dog, and I need some coffee or something hot. I know how to take care of myself. So we did all that. I signed the form, and I left. And I called for my ride, and I went downstairs, and the first thing I did, I was on my way out, and I saw the cafeteria right there to the left. Got me a hot cup of coffee, got me some eggs, a little bit of breakfast, some turkey sausage and eggs, and then I sat there, and I drank my coffee. Let me tell you, that first sip, man, that was just like, woosah, cereal. But, by then, the attack started subsiding, and then came the drain. I could barely just hold my head up. My muscles hurt, my body hurt, my chest hurt from it being so tight, everything. So my ride got there. After I finished breakfast and everything, I went outside, waited for it, and I got there, and I was home. As soon as I got home, went straight to bed. Did not pass go. Yep. By then I was completely drained. And I had Boots. She came on the bed. She knew. She smelled me, and she kept smelling my neck and stuff like that. And she laid right with her whole body weight on the small of my back, like right on my back, because I was on my side. And she just pushed and put her back to mine, and put all her weight on there. And you want to talk about comfort? Yeah. So, yeah, that's what happened. Anyway, so while I was there, they did a COVID test so they could admit me. So that means tomorrow I just have to tell them that I just had one done and I shouldn't have to do another. Although this is a different hospital, so who knows? They may want to do another. This is like the 7th or 8th one, that I've had. That's how many procedures I've had. I'm done. This will be the last one for a while. I'm asking Father, please, unless he feels it's necessary, move that mountain, let's do it. But other than that, I'm done for a good while. I'm telling you, I'll even hold off on a transplant for a good while. I'm tired of these hospitals and this COVID mess and just the incompetence, and I'm tired of it. But I have to say, I have been lucky in that I've had some really great teams. I have a good team right now, from the dialysis center, to renal, to transplant, the endos, the cardios, the pulmonary, all these. They're just fantastic. I have a good team now. And my primary doctor, Dr. Marshall, I can never remember her last name, but her married name. But anyway, so I've been lucky in that. So tomorrow I will be going to the Norton's Hospital and registering and having my fistulogram done or whatever. I don't know if he's going to take pictures, if he's going to fix it. I don't know. We'll find out when we get there. But I'll let y'all know. Okay, I'll keep you posted. And until then, I'm going to go ahead and watch a movie and chill out with my husband. He's right here upstairs on the bed right now, chilling out. And I'll see you all. I'll talk to you tomorrow. Okay? Bye. Hey, everyone. Okay, so it is the next day. It is 7:16 in the morning. We're here in the garage at the hospital, at Norton's Hospital, getting ready to go in to have my surgery done. To correct the fistula in my arm for dialysis. So I just want to touch bases with you. We are here. There's Hubster. And get ready to go in. I'll see y'all later. Hey, everyone. Okay, so I'm in the back, and don't need any IVs or anything. they're just gonna, I don't know, I guess, give me something to drink maybe, or inject some dye or something, I don't know. But I know I didn't need an IV put in, which is always good. And so I'm just waiting to be brought back. It's 8:30. My appointment was 7:30. No surprise there. But it's all good. Upstairs in the cafeteria, getting him his grub on. And hopefully they'll call me back here soon. Very comfortable. Everyone's been very pleasant. So far so good. And I'll talk to you guys when this whole thing is over. Hello.
You want something to eat or something to drink?
Yeah, she just asked me.
Oh, she already got it? All right.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Well, I just got out of surgery, and there was some issues, and hopefully they've corrected it. And this is the only thing that I have to show for it. See how nice and neat. It's pretty painful though, I'll tell you. They had to give me some fentanyl twice during it, but all in all, not too bad. And hopefully they fix the branch, and I'll be able to dialyze without worrying about infiltrations. You see? Okay. So I'm going to get something to eat and have some coffee, and I'll talk to you guys later. Hey everyone. Well, made it home. I took a long nap because I was still on the sedation, and got up and had a little dinner late, and husband came home. We talked. He ate. He's napping right now, but I'm not going to be able to dialyze. The doctor failed to call in the script. My arm is killing me. And I took aspirin. Whew. I put a call into the office, but it was already after hours by the time I got up in pain and stuff. And so they won't get the message till tomorrow. And I don't think it warrants really an emergency call to their emergency, line. I don't think it warrants that. So I'm just going to grin and bear it. And just do aspirin or Tylenol. I mean, I'm not supposed to take Tylenol, but you got to do what you got to do sometimes, when things don't fall through the way you expected or it was planned. But I do have swelling, so I'm not going to be able to dialyze as I had hoped. Let me turn the camera if y'all can see. You see all that swelling all the way around. It's a little bruised too. And no, that's not a muscle. Ooh, it's a little twingy right now. I feel like things moving around in there, jumping around in there. But yeah, it's swollen, and it really hurts more down here for some reason, under the arm. But I gotta find out why I was going through all those palpitations and stuff like that I had to go to the hospital. It turned out it was the venous. They saw something in my neck. They saw some veins in my neck, and the girl pointed out, she says that was the venous branching out, because I wasn't using the top part because they discovered there's a branch over it, and but that the top part was actually looking good, the top part being the venous. The branch over it, or it was branching out. Well, that vein going to the heart is indicative of the fish are trying to find a new route to, I guess pull blood. I don't know, or the arterial. I didn't understand it completely, but it made sense that that's what was causing that rise of pressure and, you know, strangulation feeling and pain, very painful in the chest and the palpitations of the heart. It was that. That means Jewish. It's a good thing I came home when I did and I left that hospital, because Jewish wouldn't have been able to find out what the reason was. They wouldn't have been able to find out. Nope. So, unless they had a vascular surgeon on hand, and they didn't even have a doctor on hand. So, it was a good thing I came home. That was a wash, you know. It really was. So, I was blessed to have those, that anxiety and restless legs spell that I had. It moved me in the right direction, so thank you, Father. Not for the discomfort, it's not His, but He always gives us beauty for our ashes, is why I'm thanking Him. But anyway, so I'm not going to be able to dialyze, but what I am going to do is I received my new pack. I received 2 of them, actually, and I received some sacks. So I'm going to make a video on how to install the pack and the sack and how to make a batch, okay, with the Pure Flow. So not everything will go to waste. I'll use tonight. I also got a low-grade fever, you know, like 99.9, you know, that kind of thing, which is not really unusual for me, but just, you know, the timing of it is suspect. But anyway, so I'm gonna go ahead and end this video. And I've had my surgery, all went well, other than me not being able to dialyze as I had hoped, and because I always feel so much better when I do as opposed to when I don't, and not being able to get my script. That's about the only 2 things. So not bad for, you know, I'm calling it a day, and I'm just thankful. I'm just thankful for it all. And God will iron out the rest, so I don't have to worry about it. I just need to keep moving forward, always forward, and never giving up. Thanking Him in all things. Because you don't know what kind of mountains He moved. That could have been worse, you know. And you don't know how He's turning those evil attempts into blessings. So always be thankful and trust in the Lord. Anyway, I'll talk to you guys on the next video. My 13th episode here, guys. Until the next one. Bye. God bless you all. Take care of yourselves and one another.